one of the first times I ever like tried to like go on a date with a Korean guy, one of the first things he said to me, he was also a catfish by the way. He was like, yeah, I've always wanted to try riding a white horse. That's
so,
just
like why that word? Why can't you just say, why couldn't you just say you don't want any black kids? But
That's just a racist.
you use a nice, no, he said the word verbatim. He was like, I don't want any nigga kids.
Oh! Hey Giggle! I am BOSSBERRY, the host of the new talk show on Giggle.
I'm Shannon, I'm from the United States. I'll be co-hosting with BOSSBERRY.
Yeah. We also have two wonderful guests here for our second episode. Can you introduce yourself just a little bit? No.
Hi guys, my name is BIBI, I'm from France.
Hi guys, I'm Sarang, from Saudi Arabia.
Alrighty guys, so it is almost Christmas time, and in Korea, of course, there's a lot of people who spend Christmas with their families, but mostly in Korea, it's typically viewed as like a Valentine's Day thing. It's more of a romantic event. So I was just curious, do you guys have boyfriends?
No, I'm solar. I need 락스 주세요, 락스. 락스 한잔이야. No. It's not that bad actually. It's not that bad to be single. But yeah, I've been single. It is, okay, I will admit my true feelings. It's horrible, okay?
Yeah.
I hate it.
Mango, like, I am all for that these days.
I've been single for like 2, 3 months.
Okay, but I don't think you're innocent here.
I was gonna say, you guys are all single, right? Oh, okay.
High five.
High five, girl.
You stay out of it.
Yeah, high five, yeah. But you have a boyfriend.
I do have a boyfriend.
How long have you guys been?
We've been together like 9 months or so, but we've been living together for about 6 months.
Whoa.
Yeah.
You moved in like right after 3 months.
We were so short.
Time is running out, do what you gotta do.
Well, I mean, it's just kind of like, we just knew. Like,
Oh, you just clicked? Like,
yeah, it was just immediately we just clicked.
Dude, my next relationship, we're moving in. Like, what are you talking about? We're moving in! 2 weeks!
Okay, then when was the last?
Mine was like 2-3 months ago. Oh, maybe 2. But it didn't last enough that it counted. I'm sorry, but it really didn't matter, honestly, because it was, I think...
He's gonna watch this and cry.
No, but like,
As he should.
it's best
I
for...
loved you.
It's for the best. It's
Why
for the
did you
best.
leave me?
It was just not, yeah.
But that's okay. If it doesn't work, you at least tried. Yeah.
When was your last relationship?
Probably a year and 3 months ago.
She's had some time for growth. She's had some time for healing.
Yeah.
So like we talked, we're...
Oh, no. You're not getting out of this.
Oh, wait.
Oh!
That was good.
I was about to move on. Why am I viewers here? Okay, my last relationship. Okay, next I'm gonna. I'm a streamer, and I keep these things kind of.
Oh, now I'm curious. I'm gonna ask this off the camera.
Okay, off the camera, I'll tell you everything, but yeah. Okay, so we're actually gonna talk about dating culture. Boys.
Disgusting. Okay.
Says the one in the relationship.
Oh wait, yeah, you're right. Like, yeah, she's the one in the relationship. Oh, your boyfriend's gonna be crying when he sees things.
Your boyfriend's gonna be watching, like, excuse me.
Yeah, he's like, he knows. He's like, yeah.
No, he agrees.
Okay, so the topic is like the dating culture that might seem a little bit special in your country. Like, okay, this is the only dating culture in my country. Like, not only, but you know, like you can only see this in my country. Those kind of dating cultures, and I think in Korea, have you guys ever heard of some?
Yeah.
I think it's called situationship.
We call it talking.
But I feel like it's better than the real situationship because there is intention there.
Situationship is always toxic. Sometimes it's not toxic.
I think situationship is like, oh, I can commit. I can.
Yeah, I will do everything, but except that we're in a relationship.
For the people watching, can you explain the Korean?
Yeah. So some is basically, I think situationship is kind of similar to that, but it's not actually like a relationship. So it's not yet. Yeah, not yet. Okay, like we're trying to like get to know each other, but oh, I think I like you. I think I want to talk to you more. But there's potential, but
I feel that some is the thing that comes before the relationship. Before
not
they're
even.
actually
I think
starting
not
to-
even the situationship though.
it's more than friendship, not relationship.
No, before that relationship. The sum is like before the relationship.
more texting, sometimes calling, you know, sometimes hanging out a little bit. Yeah. Just like the very first stage of the first steps. Like the baby, like very tingly, butterflies.
Puppy love. Yeah. Do you guys have a word for that in your cultures?
We don't have it. We're pretty basic. It's like, I mean, in France, it's more like American now. Like, it's very, oh, I like you, and like people just like kind of sleep together, and there's like nothing that really comes out of it. So it's very case by case. I don't want to say everybody does that, because personally I don't, but it's like very case by case. So some people would just like have one night stands. Some people have one night stand and then fall in love. Some people fall in love and then go back and everything. So it's case by case. It's very basic.
How about?
In Saudi, it's so different because of also the religion. So it is so different. It used to be like, oh, like we want to know each other, then we should get engaged. But it's not serious as how is it in like other countries. In Saudi, it's so casual, like just getting engaged to know each other while you're getting engaged and everything. Because in Saudi, it's like date to marry. In other countries, some of people, they're like, I can just keep it cool. We're dating. We can date for 10 years. I don't care, but I don't want to get married. In Saudi, no. You have to get married as a religion thing. So it's like, it used to be. Nowadays, maybe it's different. That you can just talk, not like sleep with each other, or like not like sleep with each other or something. But like you can talk, meet, have dinner, have lunch, hang out together. That's fine. And then you get engaged, and then you get married. But you can be like just seeing each other for a long time, for like more than 1 year or 2 years, and you're not getting married. That's inside, that's really bad. So I think it's different.
I was gonna ask about timeline as well for you guys, because I think it's very unique in the United States. The talking phase, what people consider normal is very different case by case. But for example, like I moved in with my boyfriend currently after about 3 months, which a lot of people would say is really fast. But for us, it didn't feel fast. It felt like, because we already saw each other every single day, so we were like, it just makes sense. And we love that. Love you. But yeah, drink. But it just kind of depends person to person, because in my previous relationships, we dated for like 2 years, then lived together for a short amount of time, realized it didn't work, and then broke up. So it was like, it kind of depends. I was just kind of curious what the difference is between like the talking som phase versus like when you start dating. In Korea, there's like a 3-date rule kind of thing. So yeah, I just want to hear your perspectives on that.
Is there a 3-date rule? I think, yes, it was like a kind of a meme kind of a thing, but I guess like in the some phase, like talking phase, at least 3 dates. At least 3 days, not more than a month. I don't know why you know this.
You're talking every day though, like you're talking.
Yeah, we do talk a lot.
Not more than a month?
Yeah, I mean the talking phase should be.
For me, like 1 month is crazy.
I feel
Like
1
really
month.
long?
No, for me, I feel no.
Okay, it's not really.
Girl, come here.
I think that though, because I'm not thinking this because I actually think, I do believe, like, because I'm a foreigner still, so I do know that like you don't really know somebody after 2 months. I know that, and it's like you can't really just trust them 100%. However, because of Korean culture, if I know that there is a rule for most people, most guys, that after 3 months you usually know if you want to date that girl or not, and you don't do that with me, then I'm just considering that you don't like me that bad. You're just trying. You're thinking, oh, I don't have to do this with her. It's more casual. She's a foreigner, so I can just play. Then I don't want you. If it's like a month and a half and you're like, oh, 오늘 뭐해? No, like, what are you talking about? If I was Korean, you were probably going to be more like, I would say like courteous with me and like more like, and even if sometimes I'm like, yeah, but that might be fake, I would still take that rather than the blatant disrespect of like, we can just like talk and text every day for like 2 months and then nothing happens from that.
So I don't think it's like a rule, but we do have this, we don't talk about, okay, if we don't have anything happens like 3 months, it's all, we don't say that. We know that if it's get a little bit more than 1 month, 2 months, 3 months, then okay, then this is not how I have to waste my time.
I was gonna say 3 months, we moved in together. But
and then it's like, you had like a vibe and you felt it.
we were talking before, and then we were dating for like 3 months, and then but that was just kind of like how we did it. I would say like, if you're only like talking to that person for like a week or 2 and then you start dating.
Yeah, I'm like, no, breaks. Honey, that's too fast for me. I feel like a month. Give me a month. A month is good. A month is good. Less than that, No.
I've had girlfriends be like, we've been talking for like a year, and I'm like, what are you doing? That's
Talking for a year. Like what? Talking, just talking.
yeah.
Nothing else.
I'm like, that's not. Neither one of you is intentional. Like, yeah, it shouldn't be a thing.
If it's someone you already know, like a friend or a colleague, then yeah, for me it's like if I know I like you and then we start really talking, then it's go time. But if I don't know you, if I don't know you at all and you like get my number on the street somewhere, I'm not gonna date you after a month. That's crazy. But if it's someone that I already know, which I think is always it's a little bit better, I think, because you kind of know how they are with other people and stuff. Then yeah, you can go faster because you already know each other.
Oh, actually, now that you've said that, our next a little bit of topic is actually dating applications. So you mentioned about like, oh, if you know that person for quite a time and then it's something different, and then if you don't know that person, that is also a different case, right? So actually, do you guys use dating apps?
There was a little bit of heat on that one.
I had it like 2 months ago. I was so bored and I was like, please, a year and almost a half, that's a lot. I need something in my life. And I was like, Christmas is coming. Couple season is coming.
Christmas is coming, yeah.
You use dating apps like.
I used it literally for 2 weeks and then I was like, fuck that.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, so you have Tinder like in.
I had it, yeah, I had Tinder. Yeah, we have it in Saudi.
Is that like a Tinder like same?
But I don't know, I've never downloaded in Saudi. It was my first time here. Yeah, first time me downloading Tinder was like the last 2 months. And I kept it only for 2 weeks. First 3 days, I was so active. I was like, left. Not even right. I was just left to the point that Tinder was like, we need to confirm you're a real human because you keep swiping left. You're right out of people. Hello?
Her standard is in heaven. It's like
No, but I was like, there is no one. So I was like just active for the 3 days and I kept it for 2 weeks on my phone doing nothing. Yeah. And then I deleted it. I was like, fuck that.
You're like, I can't deal with these notifications.
Can we see a video? I think it's related to this like Tinder or dating apps.
Single Muslim.
Do you recognize that?
No. Damn, Muslim date.
Oh, that's the ad for
That's first time I hear about it.
Really?
Yeah, because it's so weird for people in Saudi or in other Arab countries to like just know each other from the phone.
So
Online,
dating
like just
application
slide
itself
into,
is
yeah, like slide into your DMs. That's like, hello, you can't do this in Arab cultures. Maybe if it's like, oh, a friend, or like at work, and then you started like guys texting and like seeing each other, and that's more natural. But like if it's dating app like this, it's kind of suspicious. So that's why I'm surprised. Yeah, that's why I'm surprised that.
자만추 means like
natural meeting, just meeting.
Organic meeting, I guess.
organic meeting, yeah.
What about you? What's your dating app?
Now I don't use them at all, because I'm just like, no, but it's not because you would think I met like horrible people, but actually no. Actually, the people that I had the best conversations and I stayed friends with were from Tinder.
Oh, cool.
In Korea.
Yeah.
Of course, there were like some weirdos out there, but actually it wasn't that bad. I just felt like it wasn't really doing me any favors. Like I feel like I would rather go out and do something that will like help develop myself, like get a hobby and stuff, rather than being on my bed and it's always the same people. It's always the same questions they ask you. Do you speak Korean? It's like, yes I do. Like I'm like, like do you live alone? Yeah. It's always the same. So I changed and I was just like, I swiped my Tinder to Somuim, and I was literally like, let me go have hobbies. And so now I'm like, even though I'm meeting people and I'm like making friends with people, and it's so much more fun than just like swiping. And if I meet somebody through that, that's fine. If I meet somebody through work, it's also fine. But I was just like, yeah, swiping on my bed is not really helping. And I made a couple friends on there. Like I'm seeing a friend a little bit later. He's from Tinder, but we became good friends. So it's just like, it's not that bad, but it's not, I don't think it helps that much. It's not really
Tinder
great.
for me, a bad point was that maybe 3 people recognized me and they texted me. They matched with me because they were like, oh my God, you're the girl that is a bouncer at blah, 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 because I work in a club. I work in a club. So they were like, oh my God.
Okay. I just wanted to know. Okay. Yeah, of course.
Okay.
We're going. Okay.
So yeah, literally, they were like, "Oh, I think I've seen you somewhere," and I was like, "Oh,
Weird.
where?" They're like,
so
"Aren't you the girl that works in that place?" And I'm like, "Oh, yeah." Another person was like, "Oh my God, you're the bouncer that works in blah blah blah." And I was like, "Oh my, okay, I need to delete this app." And like, same in person, it happened. Someone was like, "I think I saw you on Tinder."
Yeah.
That's bad.
Yeah, some people will DM you. They won't swipe on you. They will DM you and be like, hey, I saw you on Tinder. I like you, blah, blah, blah. And I'm just like, if we didn't match, there's a reason. So why are you DMing me? Clearly, I didn't swipe on you.
At that point, that's just straight
Yeah,
up
I'm like,
awkward.
what the heck?
Yeah.
And also, I hate I mean, it's inevitable, but I don't like the fact that it's just appearance that they're judging. Guys they don't read your bio, they don't care. So it's like they look at you and they have this image of you.
Yeah, that's true. They don't care about what you have in your bio. They're just gonna look at the face and swipe right or left.
Oh, like girl crush, like.
I was like, I had one picture with makeup and you thought I was Jessie. Like, what are you talking about? Like, that's not who I am at all. I'm so sorry. He was like, oh, but I like hip girls. I'm like, I'm not hip.
Then, like, what do you actually think? I think Tinder is from States. I think
So. Well, okay. So my aunt and uncle originally met on I think it was like a very primitive version of this. It was. Oh, what was it called? OK Cupid?
Oh yeah.
Or something. It was like an actual like online, like a PC one. And then there was like christianmingle.com and there's like a lot of little like there's like farmers only like or whatever. There's like a lot of different derivatives. But I've actually filmed a commercial for Tinder before.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I've filmed a commercial for Tinder and I met my boyfriend on Tinder.
Right now, like,
No
boyfriend.
Yeah.
Your current boyfriend from Tinder?
Oh yeah. Yeah. And I will say, my opinion of Tinder, I think, is about the same as yours. My experience, previously to him, it's a lot of like over-edited guy photos, and then like you never know who it's gonna be. They send awful stuff in
They
the.
have this face and these shoulders.
Oh
And I'm
my
like,
God, the naked picture.
The naked pictures.
The naked photo shooting that they do. I'm like, stop like saying your
Excuse,
body.
they're like, I just shot a body profile. I'm like, okay.
I will say, I used Tinder once before in the States for like a week, and I was like, like not for me. And then I got drunk one night with my girlfriends here, and they were like, download Tinder, and I was like, okay.
It's always this. It's always the girlies night. It's oh my God. It's always the girlies night. Download Tinder.
And I was like, okay. And I've lived here for like 4.5 years, and I didn't do it until like I guess last year. And I only had it for like 2 or 3 days before I met my current boyfriend. But in that time, there was a big difference between US Tinder and Korean Tinder. US Tinder is a lot of like guys with their homies in a fish photo for some reason.
The fish photo, yeah.
The fish photo.
You know, you see them in the Korean
Does that
Tinder.
seem more manly?
They are still exist in the Korean Tinder, but they are in the military here. So you can see them, yeah.
And then in the Korean Tinder, it's a lot of like way over edited photos, which
like this.
I don't understand the over editing, because then when you meet them in person, if you do, what are you expecting?
Just a picture of the food and his pet, and I'm like, I need to see your.
I don't want to see what you had for dinner and your dog.
I need to see who am I talking.
Do you think I'm gonna swipe on you and you don't have a face? Like, are you insane?
Which brings me to the reason I swiped on my current boyfriend is because I actually like did read the bios and stuff, because I was more interested in whether or not we would like be able to talk about anything. And he had a photo of a scar that he has, and I have the exact same one, because we both had the same brain injury. So originally I swiped just because I've never met someone that had the same.
That's a good point of conversation.
Yeah. So even if it hadn't become anything, I just wanted to know like what his story was. Yeah, because I've never talked to someone that had the same scar as me. And so then it all kind of went from there. And
I mean, I love that because that's like so romantic.
yeah, so we kind of fell in love from that.
I guess you need to have luck.
I do think no.
I found my sambae from my class.
Oh my God.
You have to put the thing where the people from your contact can find you. Oh my gosh.
I swipe right so I can tell him like, what are you doing here?
So there is a chance that it can happen. It happened for my aunt and my uncle. It did happen for me, but it is very much luck. I wouldn't like download it expecting that because that's best case scenario, not the common.
But sometimes you can make good friends. I made a really good friend from Tinder. We just shared like, oh, I was like, oh, he plays hockey, I play hockey. Let's.
Exactly. Yeah.
So I think you should kind of lower down your expectations when you download it.
And if you come to Korea as a foreigner, I would say just enter with caution. There's a lot of Photoshop. You're not gonna find your K.
Yeah, if lucky, you find a good friend or whatever.
Yeah. Look for friends. Honestly, go on the girl Tinder if you're a girl and find good friends.
I did this before actually. It was so much fun.
So much fun. Switch it to girls and then just be like, hey,
So
wanna
and then
hang
you
out?
become friends, and then maybe you can, never know. But if you just like purposely, oh, I need a guy, like no, then you'll definitely have,
You're always gonna be let down if you go into that sort of thing. Yeah. But it can happen. Don't lose hope. Also. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and keep moving on to some of the different questions and things for today. So we've gotten into a little bit about the dating apps and stuff like that. In multicultural countries, can race be a barrier to love or relationships?
Well, let me start it off. I think because like in Korea, of course, there are a lot of like foreigners, but I think I don't think race is any obstacle, to be honest, because my brother, I have an older brother, he's recently married to American actually.
Oh.
Yeah, Texas. Yeah. So like.
Wait, Texas?
Yeah, Texas. yeah, yes, ma'am, no, ma'am. Yeah. Anyway, so I don't have any. I speak English too, right? Anyway, but I think. Rather than calling it an obstacle, I think there could be some issues with culture stuff because it's definitely, even though now we're really open, like, of course, global, whatever, but it's a family and two families coming to each other, right? And in Korea, of course, there are some people speaking Korean, but not all of them. So I think, and also like the generation, like my parents or my grandparents' generation, they're not that open, and they don't really speak good English. So I think in communication wise, there are a lot of issues with that. But just dating wise, I don't see any problem.
I think it comes down to like the family though as well, because like my partner is Korean and his family is very Korean as well. But he grew up in a Western culture and his parents lived outside of Korea for like 20 years or so. So although I don't speak fluent Korean and they don't speak fluent English, we have that sort of cultural understanding of each other. So it works. But I think the difficulty that a lot of people face when they come here looking for a Korean partner or if they end up in a Korean relationship is that cultural misunderstanding. There's like a lot of that, like they don't understand why you'll act a certain way or why you don't do certain things and that sort of thing. So it's not like it's a barrier to the original dating, but I think the longevity of the relationship can be affected by that.
So actually we can watch a video about this dating culture.
Do you have like any unique experiences so far, like going out?
Oh, that's my friend. He interviewed me the other day.
And he asked me, and like I was asking him and stuff, and I like standard questions, like, have you ever been with a foreign girl? Have you ever been with like a black woman and everything? And when I asked him that, he's like, yeah, but I don't think I want any N-word kids. He said, I don't think I would want any N-word kids because they would get bullied here in Korea. I said, I almost jumped out of my seat. I said, so like, why that word? Why can't you just say? Why couldn't you just say you don't want any black kids? But you use a nice hard word.
Wait, he said N-word kids, not, or did he like use the word like?
No, he said the word verbatim. He was like, I don't want any nigga kids.
Oh, that gagged me. I gagged. No.
The guy is trash.
Just
Throw the whole man away.
Oh my, the whole thing.
That gagged me. Oh my god.
But that makes a lot of sense in terms of like not a fear that I have, because I'm like, at first I'm just like, it's 2024. If at this point you're like, oh, you can't marry this girl because we don't want like mixed grandbabies, then I don't really, it's fine. Like we can stay away from each other, because I like people, just in general, I like people who are curious about the world and open-minded and and literally it's a whole world outside of this tiny country. It's a whole world outside my tiny country. So when I also have like uncles and aunties who are like, oh, you've lived there for too long, like we don't want XYZ, because they do the same thing, because it's like a small homogenous country. So I definitely understand, but either way, I don't even want people like this in my life. So it's not really a concern, but I feel like for girls coming in and they think they're gonna have this like cake drama moment, a lot of people will date you, but if you're thinking about marriage, you need to really be careful about what the parents think, because I did not come all this way like educating myself and like I take care of myself to then have people be like, not you, because you're like inferior. I'm like, excuse me, how many languages do you speak? I'll be like, how many languages do you speak, honey? Like, what are you talking about? So when people are like, oh, we don't want that, I'm like, oh, so you're a person who judges people based on their skin color. I don't want you. I don't want to know you. So it's kind of like that. But people need to be careful because you will get stuff like that for real.
Still racist people.
This guy once told me, like, he saw me and not only did he totally, how do you call it, like catfish me because his pictures were not the reality, but he had the nerve to tell me, oh my gosh, you're so beautiful. But I'm so glad, like, you're not too dark. If you were like a little darker, yeah. He was like, if you're a little darker, oh, I don't know. I'm like, I like to tan, so what's your problem? I guess we don't match. I was just like, it didn't even make me angry.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
I had the same experience. A guy was like, yeah, I'm glad you're not one of those girls who are wearing the hijab. I was like, oh.
I'm so sorry, guys. That's Korean. I apologize. Oh my God.
I literally looked at him. I was like, I used to wear one. What's wrong with it? Like, I would wear it if I want again. What's wrong with it? Yeah.
So they show you who they are immediately. You have to act stupid. Like I just like, oh, I don't know anything, and then you tell me something crazy, and I'm like, I will block you immediately.
Yep. I remember one of the first times I ever like tried to like go on a date with a Korean guy. One of the first things he said to me, he was also a catfish, by the way. He was like, yeah, I've always wanted to try riding a white horse.
The silence.
왜 그러는 거지?
Oh, again, I apologize.
You know they have like a.
Did you hear about the website they have?
Oh my God, there's so many weird people out there.
It's so bad. And so, needless to say, I left very quickly.
Did you hear about that?
Which one?
They have this website called Pegma, and they like put like videos of foreign girls they've been with, like without their consent, and they like give.
So angry right now.
It's so crazy.
It's so bad.
So it's best that they tell us to our face so that you know to.
Exactly. I was gonna say, I'm honestly glad that they showed me who they were very quickly.
As a Korean, like I did say, like race is not really any obstacle, but for you guys, oh my God, I feel so bad now.
It's not your fault. It's not your fault.
Actually, the person who told me that, oh, I'm glad you're not one of those hijabi girls, he was not Korean.
Okay, yeah, I was gonna say.
One of the things I hear literally the most in France, and I heard it a couple times, so not that many, but most than other things, where I don't usually like black girls, but
You're pretty for a black girl. You're pretty for a white girl. Like,
Wow.
Thank you. But no,
They think it's a compliment.
no, that's not a compliment. You're making me pissed right now.
you can't insult the race and compliment me. Yeah.
you think I'm gonna be like, oh my gosh, really? No, like what are you talking about?
I told you guys I'm a streamer and I got a lot of views from different words, and they also do tell me like, for a Korean girl you're like, for an Asian girl you're this. I'm like, what about it? Like you're not that kind of a typical Korean girl.
Like leave the race out of it.
Yeah, I know.
What's the typical?
What's the typical Korean you're talking about? Tell me.
We're getting mad.
I know we're like,
Okay, let's cool down. Breathe in.
no, because people say crazy things, and it's like.
But there are a lot of like.
This French is terrible for like I heard girls say that we're like for Asian girls like French boys are the worst because
Really?
they have this whole fetishism.
But they have a lot of races in France, right?
Yeah, but like there's like this thing about like white guys and like Asian girls, and they're like it's weird. So people always say like be careful of like French dudes because they will say the craziest shit too. Like it's weird.
I liking the Asian girls like go those. Oh.
It's gonna be sweet and calm and docile. It's weird. It's really
I can
weird.
fight, you know. I can fight.
You gotta fight.
I can
them.
fight.
It's like they have like a category for everything. It's like if you're a black girl in France, they will assume you're like this sex goddess and like you can dance and you can twerk and stupid stuff like this. I do not twerk. Just for the record. Unless, no, I'm just kidding. But unless you play your cards right. I might try, but I will hurt my back. But anyways, so, and they have like the Asian girl who's like super like cutesy and like calm and kawaii. Like it's weird. They have it all. Like they have some for the Arab girls. It's crazy. You just have to go for a person who's just open-minded in general and doesn't think about
Like stereotypical.
her race and like what. It's weird.
I don't think like a race does not define any particular characteristic of any particular person. Like it's literally just a biology thing.
But even in reverse, like I heard that a lot, and that really made me feel kind of sad. But when I used to, because I'm not really dating right now, but when I used to really actively date, a lot of Korean guys, the number one question they ask me is like, but why do you like me? Don't you guys, like, aren't you guys used to like manly men? Like, why would you like a guy like me? And I'm like, you're not a man? Like, I'm on a date with you. What are you talking? And they were literally, and sometimes in crazy situations, like at first when I was dating my ex, it was the same thing. He was like, 근데 진짜, you really like me? Like insecure. And I was just like,
I think this is also like beauty center for men too. Like, yeah.
it's like, yeah,
They
but
need to
you're
be
like manly men. And I'm like, but I like you. Like, what?
Or maybe you were just too beautiful. Like they were like, oh yeah.
But you should be confident. You should be like, yeah, if she likes me, it's for a reason.
But like confidence is sexy.
So I guess like race didn't really have anything to do with it. It's just true. Like it's just a person.
If I'm on a date with you, why would you think I don't like you?
So since we're talking about kind of like the appearance and manly versus not, so we're gonna jump to the next topic. This question is, what is the standard of handsome in each country? Okay, so we're on Korean, so we'll start over here and then we'll kind of work around.
Handsome, I think.
She said, okay, handsome.
Handsome. Okay, let me think of some handsome guys. Okay, so I think recent, like before, I think in the past it was more about like the face, like, you know, handsome face, really. But these days it's definitely a little bit more about the body shape.
I was gonna say, I feel like the swimmer's body in Korea is just like ideal, like tall, wide shoulders.
And now the standard is so high that you need to have the face and the body and the style. Yeah, I know beauty standards in Korea are crazy, so you need to have the whole package. Yeah, so what about in Saudi Arabia?
In Saudi, again, the nose. And yeah, the nose and the eyes, and also if the guy have beard.
I love, the facial hair is nice.
Yeah, that's like manly. You are perfect. Any girl wants you. To the point that, actually, you know what's crazy? My brother used to literally put oil on his face, like coconut oil, and do recipes because he wanna grow the beard. He wanna get those girls. So it's crazy in Saudi. It's so different because in Korea, I rarely see men with beard.
Not saying that, it's not like we don't like it, but it's not really the common beauty standard. Yeah.
It's also not as common. I feel like, because like my boyfriend's Korean and he can't grow like a full beard.
Yeah.
It depends on the genes.
It depends on the genetics. Yeah.
Like, and my older brother also has like beard and whatever. So as I was growing up, I didn't really have anything about it. I was like, oh, it's a natural thing. But now I know that not a lot of Asian guys can't really grow.
So it's better to just shave it off.
So in Saudi, I think that's what you call handsome. It's like the beard and like the mustache and like the eyes is so pretty and the nose is like this.
She's daydreaming right now. She is just.
I'm imagining someone right now in my head. I'm imagining, that's why.
Let's talk about it off camera.
No, it's actually from the royal family, and he's known for how handsome he is because he have all of the Saudi standards.
Is he that guy with the pretty eyelashes and his eyes are like a dark, like amber color? You know what I'm talking about?
All of the royal family kind of look the same. But yeah, he got even so famous because of how handsome he. Like if you're asking me about Saudi beauty standards or what is handsome in Saudi, I will tell you this man.
The Saudi people are beautiful.
I will pull up a picture of this man and show you. I can send you a picture later and you can put it. Like if you see him, you will be like, wow.
Because they're handsome, from what I've seen.
Put a picture of SHANNON before, even though he was handsome, he wasn't really buff. But after he got buff, like he's like.
It's like the Korean standard for men, beauty type wise.
He's like the flower boy for, how do you call what do you call that? The poster boy?
Poster boy.
The poster child for beauty in Korea.
For men, and then IU is like the women.
How about in France, like the handsome?
In France, it's also like the bearded guy, like kind of like tall and muscular, you know, like the typical.
Is it different in Senegal?
In Senegal, the thing is in Senegal, like, I'm like, I don't want to brag, but guys are pretty, they have good bodies naturally, like, you don't even need to work out that much. I don't know how they do that, but yeah. I think because they play, I think they play soccer since like really young, like all the kids play soccer. So usually guys are pretty buff, but they're also slim. It's not like this, it's like they're tall and slim, and they usually have like really good smile. Like a guy with
A good smile is so key.
like beard or no beard, as long as you have a nice smile and nice eyes, it's done. Like you're good. And then obviously girls like tall dudes, but they're all tall, so it's like whatever.
So we talked about some handsome guys, but they're not always handsome guys and nice guys, but they're also very not so good guys, so-called red flags. The red flags. Do you guys have like a thing that, oh my God, I cannot tolerate this kind of behavior or whatever, like red flags. Do you have anything?
Yes, I do. I do. I was ready. The dudes who talk to foreign girls and the first thing they say is, I just don't think I match with Korean girls. I don't like Korean girls because the people.
As if you'll actually like, fall in love more or something.
Why are you insulting your own women? Just to appeal
one
to
of my friends was saying this. He's Korean. He was saying this. He was like, I don't know what he was saying, but then he was like, that's the reason why I don't have a Korean girlfriend and I never date Koreans. I gagged. I looked at him and I was like, why do I feel offended and I am not even Korean? Like, he's gonna watch this.
I don't understand that. It's like, no, you need to be proud of your country and your origins. Like, it's fine not to, but don't take.
You can say I'm not interested, just not like, oh, I can't stand Korean girls. Like,
Yeah, just keep it to yourself.
I think those people are trying to put someone down, humble.
Yeah, just to get points from you. Yeah, and it's like, no, it doesn't work because it means that you have a problem. I'm sorry, you hate yourself or something, I don't know, but you need to actually think about why you hate, like all Korean women are this. No, it doesn't make sense. You have a problem.
You have a problem.
So you have a problem, sir. So that's my big red flag. Like if you say that to me, I will block you immediately. Yeah.
How about like cheating?
That's not a red flag, that's a crime. No, I'm just kidding. It's not a crime, but that's crazy.
I want to talk more about the red flags first. Yeah, is there any red flags that are unique in Saudi Arabia?
Saudi Arabia.
Because it seems like culturally some of the standards are a bit
Because cheating is not just, it is straight up like a crime more than a red flag. Yeah.
If he's like knows a lot of girls, like you shouldn't even have a lot of friends girls like in Saudi because
It's kind of similar to
yeah.
I was just like,
it's
I
like-
think there's a conversation like guys and girls can't be friends.
Oh, there's so many things we can talk about.
So in Saudi that's a red flag. Like why do you have too many girls or like
I think though I'd be a little bit cautious.
It also depends on the person because for me personally, I'm Saudi, but I don't see it as a red flag. I see like a different person have friends that are female. It's okay, not too many. Not too many, but it's okay. But in Saudi, if you have female friends like more than 3 or more than 2, that's like,
Is it slightly related to like cultural thing too?
yeah. It's like, hello, like how do you know them? Why? Like,
Why do you know so many girls?
yeah, like, cause in schools, like, you grow up in schools in Saudi, it's different. It's private schools, like, girls separated from boys.
So I guess like
So there's no way, like, oh, we're school friends. No, honey, you're not. You can't say that. Yeah, you can't say that. Yeah, in university, only some majors that are actually female and are blended. Yeah. And are mixed, so you can't say like, oh, we're just friends from school. No, it's either that you walked up to her and asked her for her number. That's how.
That makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
Isn't it in the West like you can have a lot of like
I was gonna say like my best friend even here is a guy and we've been best friends for like 4 years. Go check out Von Soros. He's my
Oh, he's so nice. I like
you
it.
know Von. He's my best friend. I literally see him every single day. We hang out all the time. And my boyfriend now loves him. And my boyfriend's best friend is also a girl because he grew up with her in Africa. And like I love that. I love that. It's like
just friends.
Yeah, just friends, just friends. Well, to be fair, Vaughn's gay, but like, you know, but it doesn't matter.
But friends is the same.
But it's the same. Yeah, I was gonna say, like, in the States, like, if a guy told me, like, I don't believe girls and guys can be friends, that's a red flag.
That's a red
for me.
flag. Because
That's
why?
Yeah, the opposite is a red flag.
Why do you not see girls as human beings?
Right, why can't you see us as equals and not as sexual
You're only
objects?
thinking about, yeah, it's like,
Yeah, like, why does...
Still a red flag in Saudi.
Really?
Kind of still, yeah, it is a red flag. Because I feel for this generation, if you said it, it's a red flag. Right. Because I'll be like, what do you mean? Like, literally, me too. Right now, my best friend is a guy. Like, what do you mean?
So what? Like, I think people can be
You
friends.
guys are gonna hate Koreans, like, because we Koreans, we do say there are a lot of people, even like famous people, they will just say guys and girls cannot be friends. I mean, honestly, my opinion, don't come at me. Don't come at me. I think girls and guys, they can be friends, but I think the reason why we're so like always, oh, girls and guys cannot be friends, like, I don't know why, but it's just, could be a little bit of an insecurity, could be for different, but maybe it's also the drinking culture is so prominent in Korea that like we drink a lot and we get a little bit tipsy. Yeah, so maybe, I don't know, maybe the cultural thing, we hang out like till late at night too in Korea, like the night culture. So I guess there's so many opportunities we can hang out. There are more opportunities, maybe we kind of mess it up. So we get more worried. Maybe that's why.
I feel like I can understand that because in Senegal, France is totally like America, but Senegal also they say there is no friendship between men and women, but that's also because culturally there is a lot of separation. It's like men are doing this, it's still very conservative. So I feel like in countries where things are still conservative in terms of gender, where men are supposed to do these activities and women do the activities, it's like, why are you all together? Like, we're doing so many things separate that you need to really go out of your way to be together. But in America or France, it's like we do everything, it doesn't matter. So I'm like, so if you're together, it's like, of course. But I feel like in Korea or in like West Africa, if you're together, there is like you did something to do that. So it's like, why did you go out of your way to hang out with her? And I'm your girlfriend, you know, it's weird. So I feel like, for example, if I was dating a French guy and he had girlfriends, I wouldn't care. But if I'm dating a Korean man and he has a bunch of girlfriends that he goes to drink with, no, I'm not okay with that. Yeah, I'll be like, okay, why?
Yeah, even though that guy is okay, you still will have a little bit of
I can't do it, but in another country, sure.
I guess it definitely has a little bit of a cultural thing, like how we live daily lives, I guess. Oh, yeah, this is a really fun thing. It's physical cheating and mental cheating. Mentally cheating, physical cheating, both terrible, but this is such an interesting.
Both are terrible, don't do it. Just break up.
No, you have to choose. You have to choose. If you had to choose, if you had a boyfriend, you had to choose. And your boyfriend cheats on you.
Why are you doing this to me? I'm so stressed.
Physically or mentally?
I'm a lover girl, I want to think about that.
I would kill him either way.
Yeah, no, die.
Which would be worse? Which would be worse? Mental or physical?
But mental, when you say mental, what does it mean? Is he talking to that girl every day behind my back?
So your boyfriend didn't do anything physical, but emotionally really getting like to like.
I think falling in love with someone else is worse. Because if that happens, and like, I've actually had this conversation with him before. Yeah, like if something like that ever even starts to become a concern, like break up with me. Have enough mutual respect for me as a person and the relationship that we did have, like to like break up. Don't put me through that, and I would never do that for you either. So I think the mental toll that would take is a lot worse. Yeah, it's horrible. Don't physically cheat either. It's awful.
There's no going back. It's not like, oh, I drank alcohol and I got drunk and I had sex with this girl. Sorry. It's more like, I talk to her every day and we have a whole relationship.
Listen, throw the physical, mental. I got flashbacks.
What happened to you? What happened to you?
Mental.
Mental?
It drained me. It's so bad, guys. No, mental is so bad. Mental.
Yeah, it's horrible.
It's so bad, especially if it's gonna keep going for more than 3 or 4 months. That's like.
Because usually it goes for a long time. It's not like one night stand. It goes for a long time.
So it's really bad. I think it's mental.
And it's also like it tortures you because then you're like, what's wrong with me? Why am I not enough? Like it makes you question yourself.
Your whole personality is like, wait, what?
Exactly.
It affects you like also mentally.
So mental, and I would also lean a little bit more towards mental, but my ex-boyfriend actually, I can talk about my ex-boyfriend, I'm not gonna tell you when I dated him. Like, I have an ex-boyfriend, I talked about this on stream too, but he was like the worst person ever, as in like he cheated so many times, and I was stupid enough to date him for a year, but anyway, like, I was stupid, I was young, but yeah, he cheated on me so many times, but not just mentally. I think it was really more in a physical way. And because because it was disgusted me so much, because like, hey, I'm dating this guy who has been here and there everywhere, like,
He's for the street, like.
it's just so disgusting. So mental, physical.
Those the word. It's like they're both really bad, but mental is like right here. So yeah.
My heart hurts for that. Like, that's just like, I think everyone can relate.
Do
like,
you guys suffer too? Do men suffer too like this? No.
She's like, die. That's so
I
unfair.
think it's so unfair and just awful. There's no excuse. There's no reason. There's no like, there's no way to justify
betraying
it.
someone else.
Yeah, it's betrayal.
It's just betrayal.
Just break up.
You lost feelings? Tell me and break it. I can suffer alone. Just don't leave me.
You said I could suffer alone. No, you won't suffer alone. We'll be here.
Girlies.
We're here for the girl talk. We're here for the girl talk. We love you. Yes. Oh, I like your tattoo. Let me see.
Oh.
Lovely. Lovely. Yeah, it's
Her
very
tattoos
cute.
are amazing. Okay, so, we actually talked about the red flags, but, bless you. Actually, I do wanted to talk about one more red flag, especially in Korea. You know, we have this Korean culture, it's like very conservative, I say, but like one thing is that when we actually bring someone that you're maybe engaged or want to marry, you'll introduce that guy to your family, right? But even though I'm okay with everything, the thing that my family actually sees in him is the way he uses his chopsticks.
Oh, really?
Yes. I know, it's kind of crazy, right?
Do I need to know this? What? Wait, tell me.
Chopsticks. And it's not that strict right now. Our generation is fine, but I think the way that anyone, actually, it's also a girl thing too, but anyway, we bring someone and they look how they do use their chopsticks. Because if you are doing a very proper way, like a standard way, that means you're actually well educated ever since you were a kid. Because Koreans always use chopsticks, right? And we learn how to do it. We are educated properly how to use chopsticks ever since we were born, and even in school too. So I don't know why, but I think the way that person uses chopsticks properly, rather than like whatever way. I need chopstick right now. Yeah, but if it's not like too crazy, it's totally fine. But I think that was one of the things that parents, a family, not our generation, but like parents or like grandparents actually like.
No, my mom would do the same thing.
They would see it as a red flag. Yeah.
My mom has this very specific way of like holding like fork and cutlery, and I don't
Like you need to cut like this.
right.
Yeah, just like
Exactly.
stab it.
And she's really like on it, and I don't know if I brought someone home, she would be like, he used this that way, but I think she would like give me a look. So I'm like, maybe back in the day, but obviously if it's someone I chose, then I wouldn't necessarily care, but I think my parents would be like, like, you know, the little, I know my parents. I feel like they would do that.
I had such a little flashback just now because I just remember like my first boyfriend ever. I don't come from like the wealthiest background, and he definitely did come from a more wealthy background than mine. And I went over to his house. I think it was for Thanksgiving or Christmas or something. It was like an event for a holiday thing. And his mom asked me to go get the charger, and I was like, okay, sure. So I just looked around for like a cord that you put in the wall, but she meant the charger plates, which I'd never seen before or heard before.
Is it the thing to keep them warm?
Yeah, and I was just kind of like, and I brought her like a cord, and she was like, no, the charger plate. And I'm like, what cord goes with the plate? I was so confused. I was so lost. And
No, for real, I'll be confused too. Like,
yeah, and then and then I remember sitting at the table, and then I heard somebody else mention the charger, and they picked up the plate, and I was like, that's the charger. And so I was like, I feel like she probably thinks I'm just so dumb. But I think that was an example for me where it was kind of like a wealth gap, like thing. Yeah, so that just kind of brought, like, I just got chills. I was like, wow, that just tickled my brain. I was like,
It really doesn't matter.
yeah, no, it's
Not like a crazy big like red flag, but I guess it's just a small little things. Yeah, everyone else. Yeah.
I wouldn't think of it as a red flag. I would just kind of be like, okay, that's just different. Like, well, that was fun. That was really cool. Girl talk once again.
Girl talk.
Yeah.
Again, like we talked about so many things. Like there's so many things to talk about. If we had more time, I'd be yapping.
Next time we bring our PJs and we just drink some wine.
Like we bring my manicure.
Oh yeah, we can just turn it into a whole thing. I vote beanbag chairs next time. Yeah.
So yeah, that was episode 2 of our new talk show.
And if you guys have any topics that you're really interested in or you want us to cover, we're definitely happy. We're yappers. We talk about everything.
Yap session.
I major in yapinology, girl. I major in yap.
If you guys have anything that you would like us to cover, make sure that you drop that in the comment section down below. We do read the comments, and we're going to be looking for those to discover our next topics.
And also just leave in the comments what do you think about today's topic. Like leave them down in the comments. Like let's talk freely here. You know?
Yeah, I think it'll also help us out if you guys give like your personal input on certain things, because then that's other differences that we didn't know about maybe.
That's why we do what I do right now.
Yeah, for sure. So yeah, make sure you guys recommend those to us next time. And if you guys have a name for the show, we need help. We've gone around for a couple of ideas, but we can't figure out any.
Definitely look into the comments. We need the name for the show like ASAP.
Yeah, I don't think Yapinology is going to be the next title, but it could. I mean, it could be.
I don't know, something not too trendy, but something cute, something cool, something fun. I don't know. Yeah, I know you guys.
I'm sure somebody's gonna say something. They're gonna find something
creative. Chat.
Make sure you leave them down in the comments.
Yes.
Okay, so I guess we can say bye.
If you guys like this video, make sure that you guys leave a like, send it all to your girlfriends, subscribe to the channel, make sure you comment down below, and we'll see you next time.
Bye.
Bye. What was that?